Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at our problem of the day. Problem of the day actually has two parts this time. It says list the set of factors for 24 as well as its prime factorization. So once again, we're going to list the set of factors for 24, and we're also going to find its prime factorization. Chose this problem for a simple reason. A lot of folks do not get the difference between a set of factors and prime factorization. So let's talk it through just a little bit, all right? So the big deal is, of course, the number is 24. Yeah, 24, there we go. Hey, how ironic. Today is the 24th of January, all right? So here we go. And we're just going to take a look at that number a little bit more. We're going to make a prime factorization. So two things we want to do, two things we want to look at. So when we talk about a set of factors, we talk about what numbers are going to divide evenly into 24. In other words, what numbers can we say 24 is divisible by, if you like to look at it a different way? Well, let's play with them. How about it? 1 and 24, we know that's going to work because 1 times that number is always going to give us a number. So 1's always a factor and the number itself is always a factor. Let's go for the fact that it's even. So we'll pick up 2 and how about 12? Because 2 times 12, it gets us back there. See how we're going on this? Now, times tables, multiplication facts, whatever you want to call them. Here we go. 3 and 8. There you are. 3 times 8. It does. Gives you 24. And last but not least, we also have 4 and 6 because guess what? 4 times 6 will also give us 24. So if we're going to list the set of factors, we always kind of like to get them back into a nice order, all right? So drop out my lower third for me there, guys. I'm going to put them right down here. We're going to start with 1. We'll get to 2. We'll go right on into 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and don't forget, 24. And sometimes we like to put a little set bracket, and that's little cool squiggly things there. But that's the story. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factors, all right? So that's your set of factors. That's exactly what that means. List all the factors, all right? Now, over here, we're talking prime factorization. You know, what is that? What's the difference there? Like I said, I have a lot of students that sometimes just get them backwards or get a little confused or whatever. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to pick one of those pairs. I could pick any of them except 1 times 24. It doesn't help me any. But I'm going to pick one of those pairs, and we're going to break it down into a point where we have prime factors, all right? So let's look at, first of all, how about it? 4 and 6. I like using what we call a factor tree, all right? It's an old-fashioned method, but it shows the branches and it shows the whole process. It's a nice way to organize. And how about it? 4 is 2 times 2. We got that. And 6 is 2 times 3. Now at this point, nobody else can be broken down. The 4 was not a prime, 6 was not a prime, so 4 times 6 is not a prime factorization. But what we do have looks like 3 2's. I'm going to circle those because those are my prime factors, as well as a 3. So the prime factorization, what happens when we do that? We have 2 to the third, because there are 3 of them, multiplication, right? Power, cubed, however you want to look at that, times your 3. And my friends, that is our prime factorization. So when you're working with those, the difference is there's one answer to the prime factorization. Over here, you've got a lot of parts, all right? It makes one final answer, all 8 of them, but all 8 of them are included in that. Now, some of you may wonder, what if you had chosen 3 and 8? Well, what if I had chosen 3 and 8? Let's try it, all right, real quickly here. If I'd done 24 and break it down into 3 times 8, just means I got to work a little harder on the 8. The 8's going to come down to 4 times 2, and I've still got a 4 that's not prime. So let's break it on down to 2 and 2. And notice what we've got. We've got a little bit more moved around here, I guess. But we've got still 2 to the third. There you go. And we've got that 3. Don't circle the 8 and the 4 there because they're not prime. They're not prime. So that's the key thing. Look for those prime numbers. And again, this takes you back here. This takes you here. And this is your set of factors. Big difference there, all right? Hey, tune in. There we go, all right?